Have you ever noticed this? You can be surrounded by people, friends, family, conversations everywhere, and still feel completely alone. But when you're actually alone, you feel better, calmer, peaceful. Why does that happen? You sit in a group, everyone is talking, laughing, sharing stories, and you're there too, but not really there. You nod, you smile, you respond when needed. But inside, you feel disconnected, like you're watching everything from outside, and sometimes you just want to leave. Not because you hate people, but because something doesn't feel right. But you weren't always like this. There was a time when being around people felt easy. You laughed without thinking, you spoke without overanalyzing, you felt included naturally, so what changed? Slowly you started noticing things. Conversations felt shallow, people didn't really listen. You opened up and weren't understood. Maybe you shared something real and got a casual response. Or worse, you felt judged. And after enough of those moments, something inside you shifted. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain craves connection, not just presence. Being around people doesn't mean you feel connected to them. In fact, feeling misunderstood in a group can make loneliness even stronger. Psychologists call this emotional disconnection. It's when your external world is full, but your internal world feels empty, and your brain notices that gap. That's why being alone sometimes feels better, because when you're alone, you don't have to pretend, you don't have to filter your words, you don't have to fit into conversations that don't feel real. You can just exist, and that feels safer. But here's something most people don't realize. The more self-aware you become, the harder it gets to connect with everyone. Because you start craving depth, real conversations, real understanding, real energy. And when you don't find that, your mind chooses distance over fake connection. So no, you're not antisocial, you're just selective. And that feeling of loneliness in a crowd, it's not a weakness. It's your mind telling you, these people don't match your frequency. So if you feel more alone around people than when you're actually alone, maybe it's not loneliness, maybe it's clarity. Because being alone doesn't always mean you're lonely, but being around the wrong people, that always does.